Christians or religious people would lead us to believe that it's not okay to not believe. Like, not believing in God is paramount to the devil. I mean, and I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You don't have to believe in God. It really is okay. And you can be a good person and not believe in God. Shocking, right? Hi, my name is Timmy Gibson, former fundamental evangelical tongue-talking Holy Ghost rolling pastor. I spent 30 years as an evangelical pastor, 48 years as a Christian, and frankly, I've never been happier. I've never been more fulfilled. I've never had more meaning in my life than I do walking away from fundamental Christianity. And it might shock you where I am today. This was just an accident by sheer coincidence. My wife, who many of you have seen her and know of her, I speak of her often. She is in a band and she had a gig down here in Eureka Springs, and just so happens the Airbnb that we're in is just around the corner from the Passion Play. And we're coming up to Easter, and that's a big time in the Christian world. It's a big time in America, really. You better get your eggs so you can hide them. And anyway, so I'm trying to be a little quiet because most everyone down here are uber Christians, of course. But we're getting ready to be up here where the 67-foot Jesus Christ statue is, which is, I mean, it's cool. It's huge. It's definitely cool in that way. But yeah, so this video is just about that it's okay despite what religious friends and family may tell you. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to believe in God. You can have a good life without believing in God. And and you can be a good person. You can be moral. You can be happy. You can be fulfilled. You can have a life of meaning. And because here's the truth, right? Here's the truth. We all know Christians who struggle with meaning and purpose and feel so lost, even though they're, apparently saved and have a relationship with the creator of the universe, right? So clearly it's not the end all be all. And I think we're being dishonest to say that, give your heart to Jesus and all your problems will go away. Now, I know there's people that would say, well, I don't believe that. I've never said that. And if I'm honest, I mean, I never said that either as a pastor. I never said that just give your heart to Jesus and all your problems will go away. But, if you think about the promises that are made in regards to Jesus and what it means to have a relationship with God and how just clearly like not true it is. All right, you guys ready? You're getting ready to see something pretty awesome. Oh, getting ready to walk. I'm going to walk down a little hill here and get some more footage once I get down and around the corner for sure. All right. So yeah, this is all this video is about. I just wanted to pop on here, and this is one of my bonus videos, not going out on a Sunday or Wednesday. But like I said, I didn't plan on being here, and when I found out, I was like, oh my goodness, we got to go do a video down by the statue of Jesus. So there you go. That's it. Like don't let your religious friends or your religious family, make you feel bad for not believing in their, imaginary friend, in their mythical religion. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, And I think part of what makes people feel like where they really struggle in fully like letting it go is that they still get in conversations with their family. They still will get in heated debates with their family or religious people. If you're like me, I mean, I come from a religious family, so clearly, at family reunions, I'm kind of the odd man out. You know what I mean? I'm the prodigal, and I'm sure you feel that way too. Here's another shot of it. Yeah, and so really, it's the circles you get around. You start getting around more and more, rational, logical thinkers that, believe in science and support science. This stuff seems more, out there and fallacious and, it's not so normal, clearly, right? But like me, coming from such a religious family, and there's the backside, coming from such a religious family, I do sometimes just think to myself, well, how else, everybody around me believed it, right? Like, it didn't seem weird. It seems weird now when I really took, like I said millions of times, I took the God goggles off and looked at it honestly. That's when I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like this does seem odd, And anytime I would hear anybody make fun of Christianity, I just thought they were being evil. I didn't realize they just don't have that worldview, So for them, it was, they saw it as weird. So as an evangelical, I looked at them and thought they were being disrespectful. I thought they were being, they were mocking God. I thought they were the devil, whereas now I realize that they just don't know what, they don't have the same perspective because they weren't raised that way. And just like me, people have accused me of mocking, and I do. I do. But it's something I come out of, and I feel, uniquely qualified to make fun of or to poke fun or whatever. I mean, I definitely feel a sense of I can do that, like I can. I feel like I can. Much to the chagrin of the Christians who listen. You just wait till Judgment Day, Timmy. I'm waiting. All right, so yeah, that really, I think the bottom line for me is just remembering, like, it's okay, it's okay to not believe in God. It's okay not to believe in the Bible. It's okay. It really is okay. But just to reiterate, when I was a Christian, it wasn't okay. Like, it wasn't okay. Like, it's either in or out. You have to believe in God. More specifically, you have to believe in Jesus to be right with God. That's it. That's the only way you can be right with God, is to accept Jesus. And if you don't accept Jesus, you're going to spend eternity in hell. Right? It's not true. There's no evidence for that. That's not true, right? It's not true. But when you're in that world, it seems so true. Like, even when I'm here, like, I've been here before and the Passion Play took place right over here. Maybe I'll walk through there and give you a shot of it. But this all was real to me. Matter of fact, one of the signs says, the Passion Play based on a true story. It's like, no, it's not. Maybe, let me rephrase that. I'm personally a person that believes that Jesus was a person of history. Best of how I understand. The reality is, I don't know. Clearly, nobody actually knows. But just based upon, the experts, what the experts say, it seems that Jesus probably was a real person that did exist in history. Okay, so fine. Jesus was Jewish. Jesus was crucified. There's a few things. I don't have the list in front of me. There's a few things that most scholars believe that are probably true. Okay, and I think one of those is that Jesus was actually crucified, and that people believed he was resurrected. Some did. He didn't, but some believe that he did, and so that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're getting ready to turn into the Passion Play stage, so I'll show you that. Anyway, all that to say, like I said, this is just a bonus video. I'm putting this out there as soon as I can upload it. I don't want to say what day it is, just in case if it doesn't upload today and it doesn't get there tomorrow, because we don't have internet access at our Airbnb. We're literally out here in the boonies of Eureka Springs. So yeah, it's okay. Despite what your family says, despite what your parents might say, despite what everybody might say, it is okay to not believe in God. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And you got to start finding some friends that also, that don't believe in God, that you can be in relationship with, have conversations with, and help to kind of bolster you up. Okay, now this is where the Passion Play, if I can get out of the picture, this is where the Passion Play takes place. I know I have my camera set on a certain setting, which makes me clear and everything else blurry. So sorry about that. Maybe let me try one more time and I'll totally get out of the picture and see if that makes a difference. I think it does, doesn't it? That's the Passion Play here in Eureka Springs. So feed yourself, keep reading, keep researching, keep studying. And bottom line, as a former preacher, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God, but if there just so happens to be a God, you can't tell me God's going to punish honest people who are genuinely seeking and asking questions, and he knows he's hiding. You know what I mean? Like, he knows. If he's God, he knows he can't be found. He knows there's no proof. And now some people say, well, that's because it takes faith, Timmy. You got to believe by faith. Nah. No, that's stupid. We don't do that with any other thing, right? We don't believe by faith so many things, right? Someone tells you, just trust me. No, I want to check the car out before I buy it. No, just trust me. Just take my word for it. It's good. And come on, also, I think about this. People say, well, I feel like it's true. I feel like God is real. I feel like it. Listen, I felt that way. You know what I mean? Like I did. I felt like it was everything in my being. Oh, I not only felt it, I mean, it was like I felt it so deeply. I knew it. I knew God was real. I knew Jesus died on a cross for my sins. You know what I mean? For me, it wasn't just a belief. I didn't just believe it. I thought I knew it. I was certain, absolutely certain of it. And now to be on the other side and realize that, I was believing something based upon, zero evidence. Totally. You guys want to see Goliath? There's Goliath right there. You can't tell, but look how tall. There you go. And the Holy Land tour is right over here too. There's the Holy Land tour. You can see a bunch of stuff. It says on the sign here, the tabernacle, the upper room, Jesus' tomb. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Do we want to see that too? Do we want to see that? Let's see. Maybe. At least we'll get a part of it. How's that? I don't know. I don't want to get busted. I don't know if there's some kind of tour going on and this is part of the whole experience. I don't know where the tomb would be. I'm sure it's down the hill. There's more stuff down the hill. Anyway, got sidetracked there. Squirrel. I forget what I was saying, but yeah, it really is okay to not believe. And getting to a place in your life where, I was talking about evidence, right? I was just talking to someone in my wife's band today, and he was like, it was funny because he goes, yeah, he goes, I was about 5 years old when I realized, wait a minute, this ain't true. And I was like, wow, lucky you at 5. It took me 48 years to figure it out, And he goes, well, I guess I just don't have the God gene, which was great. I'd never heard anybody say that before. I was like, you didn't have the God gene. That's interesting. But anyway, he's like, yeah, I just didn't have that. And then we kind of, as we were talking more about it, we kind of started laughing because he was like, like not like God gene specifically, but like I didn't have the joiner up gene. He goes, I'm not like I didn't have the Colt gene. And we were just laughing this morning. I just thought how funny that sounded. What he was trying to get at is he said, yeah, I just don't think I have the kind of, I don't think he meant gene necessarily. Maybe he did. But he was talking about more like, that personality type of some people are just the joiner uppers. They want to join up. They want to be in a group. They want to be in a clique. They're joiner up people. And I thought, interesting. That's interesting. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I had the joiner up gene for a while. Or maybe I didn't have the gene. And then it just came to me. Eventually I realized, oh yeah, no, apparently I don't. You know, apparently I don't have that gene where I'm a joiner upper. So anyway, that made me giggle. All right, one last little thing here, and I'll probably sign off. And I've got a good video coming up this Sunday, though. I've already recorded it, and it's such a good video. It's the Passion Play. It's called The Great Passion Play. I'll move my face out of the way so you can see it without. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Well, guys, always a joy talking to you. Always fun getting a chance to get you. Oh, cuss and discuss down below, as always, right? Cuss and discuss. Talk about this. You know, how have you felt? Have you felt that it's not okay that you don't believe in God? I mean, clearly I know the answer to that. But just talk a little bit about that. You know, what's it like being in a family or in a community or at a workplace, you know, where maybe you're kind of the odd man out and everybody else is just like blindly following something to which, you know, there's no evidence for outside of faith. And yet you're looked at as the crazy one, right? It's like you're the crazy one for not believing. Isn't that a weird feeling? It's like you're the weird one. You're weird because you don't believe in this mythical creature. Yeah, fascinating, right? So fascinating. Anyway, cuss and discuss below. Don't forget, I do have a Facebook group for those who are atheist, agnostic, deconstruction, or going through a deconstruction process. Or, you know, if you're spiritual, not religious, you know, as long as you're not fundamental, as long as you're not going to, you know, be posting that we all need to get saved. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to be in there. And I will say this, it isn't for those Christians who are Christians, but you're just curious about us atheists. It's not for you, man. Come on. Don't be deceptive and lie and get in there. Like, don't do that. Again, that just shows how hypocritical sometimes Christians can be. You know, they say one thing and do another. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. It just proves our point even more, for sure. Oh my gosh, this place right here, it's called the Passion Play Road Inn. So it's a business down here. They're making that money for Jesus. All right, guys. Always cuss and discuss. Share, like, subscribe. Peace.